The match of the season so far. Can Pontypool overcome the Bridgend bogey? Yes, indeed, this is the one we've been waiting for. A warm, if damp, welcome here to the Brewery Field for the clash between the two teams, currently lying first and second in the Whitbread merit table. Both Bridgend and Pontypool have been beaten just once this season, and to add spice to this occasion this afternoon, Pontypool's one defeat, in fact, came at the hands of Bridgend at Pontypool Park, after they'd led at one stage by 15 points. Well, also in tonight's programme, the awesome power of the New Zealand All Blacks in their demolition of Japan. But first, it's here at the Brewery Field, Bridgend versus Pontypool. Gerald, quite a match in prospect.
Well, yes, it is. It is the big Welsh club game of the day, and very significant, I think, that it should be played on a Saturday. So often it seems to me in the past that the big games are played or are hidden away in the darkness of midweek. I think this kind of game needs this kind of platform, a Saturday afternoon.
Let's have a look then at the Bridgend team to start with. Quite a powerful combination.
Well, yes, they are. They're without John Morgan today in the back row. But I just hope that what will happen to Bridgend this year will not be the same as happened last year. They started off well last year, but tailed off badly. They started off well again this year. They had a bit of a hiccup against London Welsh, and by all accounts didn't play or perform all that well against Aberavon last week. And I think that Welsh club rugby needs a strong side like Bridgend, because there are so few of them around these days.
Let's talk about one of their leading characters. That's Glenn Webb, of course, on the right wing, and the try that he scored that won our Wales at 6 Try of the Month competition in September.
Well, he started it last year again by being involved in a Try of the Month, and here it is again. But let's look at the speed of Alun Williams here. That's crucial speed off the mark that creates the try for Glenn Webb, and his power indeed in getting over finally for that try. A very good try made by Alun Williams.
Glenn Webb, just 25 years of age, joint top try scorer in Wales this season. A phenomenal career record, and of course picked to win his 7th Welsh cap next Saturday. Well, before we move on to look at Pontypool, Bridgend's success this season has coincided with the arrival of new coach Brian Nicholas from Maestig. Brian is regarded by many people as one of the most forward thinkers in Welsh rugby.
Basically, if you haven't got a system whereby you develop your younger players and you keep them, you're going to be down the pan, basically, because the way it's going, rugby is going to be dominated by perhaps 2, 3 or 4 clubs in a rapid space of time.
Comments made there while Brian was at Maestig last season. Obviously a man looking for a larger stage. Well, let's move on then to the Pontypool team.
Well, as we saw last week, they are a very powerful unit. They played last week with the Suns on their back. But I remember a couple of weeks ago when, in fact, during midweek, they played against Cardiff in similar conditions like this. And indeed, there again, they were very efficient, they were very powerful. And what is so significant about Pontypool is that the handling is so good, regardless of the weather. And today, we've got that side. Look at the back row today. I think it's going to be a fascinating contest between the 2 back rows, and I think, too, between the 2 half-backs.
We've talked so much this season about the impact that Mark Ring and David Bishop have had on Pontypool, but let's talk about the cornerstone of their side, Graham Price.
Well, yes, here again, a great player, one of the greatest of props, and here he's being involved in a lovely try last Saturday. A short penalty is from Bishop to Johnson to Graham Price, tearing through that middle there to give the final good pass, excellent pass, to Huish to get the try.
Graham Price now just 3 weeks short of his 36th birthday, making his 531st appearance for Pontypool. The most capped Welsh forward, of course, in history, and only Dickie Jeeps and Willie John McBride have played more tests for the Lions. And this afternoon's match referee is Robert Davies from Penclawdd. So it's Pontypool then who get this game underway, hoping to capitalise and build, of course, on that superb 47-13 win against Llanelli last week. A huge kick by David Bishop up to his great friend Glenn Webb. Webb calling for the mark and taking it. Referee Robert Davies, you remember, of course, was involved in that Neath-Swansea match lately when he had to send 2 players off the field. Meanwhile, though, it's Glenn Webb with his free kick, and that's safely into touch, taking play just up to the 22. Number 5, Richard Goodey for Pontypool in the middle of the line. Moreton poised to leap at the front. And it's taken indeed by Goodey there for Pontypool. The drive on. Now let's see if Pontypool can get second phase possession. Bridgend through offside though. So another penalty then to Pontypool. And the second chance perhaps of this first half for Mark Ring. Ring opting for the kick at goal.
having been just wide with his first attempt a few minutes ago. Ring trying to add to his 181-point tally so far this season, makes it 184. So Mark Ring's penalty goal then has put Pontypool in the lead by 3 points to 0.
And so significant, it seems to me, that he always sets his sights on that first penalty. Last week he missed that first shot at goal. Today again he's missed that first one, but getting the second one.
Jones going towards Goodey, but the ball, as the ball was coming back, in fact, on the Pontypool side, Bridgend in there. So a penalty then to Pontypool, and another chance maybe for Ring. Indeed, Ring opting to go for goal. Quite a still afternoon, so well within Ring's capabilities. Ring then, one penalty so far, strikes that beautifully, and with the aid of the upright, Mark Ring has extended Pontypool's lead to 6-0. Alun Carter at number 8, just controlling that ball, allowing Bishop to get it back to Ring. And that's a very promising looking kick indeed by Mark Ring. And as we remarked last week, Gerald, this part of his play really has come on this season, hasn't it?
And it's a part of his play that is not emphasised all that much, in fact. He is a good tactician, he's a lovely kicker of the ball, and I should imagine now, seeing Bishop there limping on the field, that more and more he'll rely on his partner Ring at outside half.
Bevan going again towards Gareth Williams at that line out, but it's Moreton who's in there for Pontypool. And the ball coming back on the Pontypool side. Bishop putting up the big one. Bradshaw coming over to aid Webb. Bradshaw taking it bravely and coolly. The price is up there, grand price for Pontypool. But no way that ball was going to come back. And the referee deciding that the ball should go defending side's way.
Groan coming from the crowd, from the Pontypool section, I should imagine, expecting Pontypool to get the put in, because they were the ones going forward.
Referee Davies seemingly had spotted a nudge forward. So Bridgend had the put in there. Henry Ellis, number 8, picks up. Bundled over, gets support from Gareth Williams and from Jeremy Cooper. Here's Cooper. Bridgend still going forward. And the referee has penalised Bridgend, despite again the feet going in there. And this seemingly a quite straightforward kick for Mark Ring, almost in front of the posts. Just marginally to the left of the upright. Almost half an hour gone. And Mark Ring successfully converts his third penalty of this first half, so Pontypool lead now then by 9 points to 0. Formidable Pontypool front row. As Mike Griffiths feeds them for Bridgend. To Williams, unleashing Daly maybe this time. No, Daly, the long pass. Bradshaw up into the line to Glenn Webb. The first chance he's really had. Trying to go outside Hanson. Putting up the kick. Nice kick by Glenn Webb. Daly up there, 12. The ball just breaking for Upsey. Held up just short of the line though, John Upsey. So Bridgend's best effort to date then, and it's taken them to within a metre or so of the Pontypool line.
This is a lovely three-quarter movement from Bridgend. Here's the ball along the line to Webb, and let's look at Webb here. First of all, teasing his opposite number to go on the outside, and here from another camera angle, Webb cross-kicking, keeping the ball in play. So vital for a winger to do that rather than to go dead, which allows the movement to go on. And here's Bud driving towards the line and ends close to the corner flag.
Powell 4 and Gareth Williams 5, the two main line-out men for Bridgend. Goes towards Gareth Williams, bombing around, and the try for Michael Budd. So the first try of the game then, and a simple one as Mike Budd will ever score.
A short ball might have been better here, but it's a long ball that Pontypool prefer. Here it is to the back. It's untidy. The ball bobs up and down, and it's Budd who gets the try.
So Alun Williams then looking to put Bridgend within 3 points of Pontypool. That's a fine kick. So the first try of the game then has been converted, and Pontypool's lead has now been reduced to just 3 points. Rings kick going towards Gareth Williams, but Pontypool up there in some numbers. And the line-out going to the puller. Steve Jones going towards the back again. Crowley, the prop, was in there, tidying up. And the ball coming back, is it on the Pontypool side? No, Penry Ellis through offside for Bridgend. So a chance then maybe for Mark Ring's 4th penalty goal of this first half. Quite a similar distance too to his first successful effort. Mark Ring then up to 190 points for the season already. And it's 193, so Pontypool then have restored their lead. It's now 12-6. Alun Williams' kick goes towards Goodey, takes it quite easily as Penry Ellis 8 went through on him. That ball coming back on the Pontypool side, Bishop back to Ring. And Mark Ring gaining a safe touch, if not a great deal of distance. Bridgend's 1 defeat so far this season, coming at the hands of London Welsh on this ground. Powell bundled out of the line-out in no uncertain terms. So penalty then to Bridgend. And another chance for Alun Williams to close the gap between the two teams.
Well, there's no doubt about it. It seems to me here that there is some bundling going on. Look at this now. There he is. It pushes the man out of the line-out. There it is. And that's what the penalty is given.
Just coming up then to the end of normal time at the end of this first half. Alun Williams, conversion so far. Takes his time, but it's wide of the left-hand upright. So Alun Williams has missed a few chances for Bridgend this afternoon. Ring this time, going for the orthodox drop out. Not a good one, though. Referee Davies keeping an eagle eye to see in case there are any hands in there. Finally, it's Pontypool who are penalised. Goodey, the number 5. So what will Bridgend do this time then? Alun Williams, as it's in centre field, opting to go for goal. But quite some distance. He's just a metre or so within the 10-metre line. Three unsuccessful penalty attempts Alun Williams has had so far in this first half. He strikes that well enough, though. So Bridgend back again once more to within 3 points of Pontypool. The Pooler lead by 12 points to 9. Bishop just waiting for that scrum to get square. What now do Pontypool have up their sleeve? The flick out there to Hanson on the left wing. Hanson has 7, Mark Brown in support. As on goes the Pontypool scrum. Now, can they release this ball? On the verge of coming back. Here it is. Bishop dummying the pass to Ring, going for the gap himself. Tackled by Cooper 7. As Pontypool still go forward, but they're penalised. So good chance in the making there for Pontypool, but they lose it. And so a chance then for Alun Williams at the end of this first half to gain a safe touch. Alun Williams' kick is a good safe one on the stroke of half-time as referee Robert Davies' whistle goes. Pontypool leading at the interval then by 12 points to 9. 4 penalty goals by Mark Ring to a try by Michael Budd, converted by Alun Williams for Bridgend. We'll take a short break then, rejoin us again for the second half in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back then to the Brewery Field for the second half of this game. Pontypool still leading by 12 points to 9 as we rejoin the action a little way in. That one going towards Goodey. Moreton, his fellow lock, doing the tidying up job. Huish there for Pontypool as on they drive. And it's back as well. Fine play by Pontypool. Ring. The flick pass was in there to Hanson. Hanson now looking for support. Chance on this side of the field, but a beautiful tackle by Holding there. But the ball is still alive on the Pontypool side. Spowart, Price in there, flicking the ball to Bishop. Bishop now trying to set it up in centre field. Tackled, bundled over by Mike Griffiths. But the ball not going to come back that time. But Pontypool getting the put in at this scrum. Bishop getting ready then to put the ball into their scrum. Pontypool just outside the Bridgend 22. Good strike by Steve Jones. Carter picks up and feeds to Bishop. Dummying the kick through, under pressure from Penry Ellis. And maybe has lost a bit of his sharpness after that injury, possibly.
There's no doubt about that. He's all right when he's kicking the ball, but when he wants to pierce the defence close to, he hasn't got that edge of speed, which is essential if he's going to make that break.
And so, Griffiths feeds. Gets it away to Alun Williams. The kick again for Holding to come up from the left wing. A long, deep kick there by Alun Williams. Deep back into the Pontypool 22. The pickup by Powell. And that's a safe touch there from Gareth Powell, the Pontypool fullback, although not gaining a great deal of ground. Bridgend then into the Pontypool 22. Hugh Bevan with Cowlock for standing at number 2. Gareth Williams, number 5 there, standing in the middle. Goes towards Cowlock. Mike Budd 6 was in there also, but again the ball's gone forward. So the scrum again will go to the defending side, Pontypool. Referee Davis wants them up again. Local supporters thinking there that David Bishop fed that scrum rather crookedly. Standing off now then, waiting for Carter to feed the ball back to him. Finally does so. And under pressure, Bishop gets his kick into touch. David Bishop, having injured his groin in the first half, hasn't affected his kicking though. As Bridgend again look then to see what they can create from this line-out. Hugh Bevan going towards Gareth Williams this time. A good tap to Griffiths, this strong, powerful scrum half, taking them off. And the penalty going to Bridgend, and a great chance for them now then to draw level.
It's the kind of momentum that's been lacking for Bridgend. Here's a drive by Griffiths, down goes the ball, and really there from that position is Pontypool get on the wrong side, which gives the penalty.
So then, can Alun Williams bring the sides level at 12 all? The cheers of the local supporters tell you the story. Second successful penalty then for Alun Williams, and it's 12 apiece. Jones going towards Goodey this time. Pontypool win it. It's Moreton, his second row colleague, who tidies it up. Pontypool looking to drive on in their own inimitable style. Huish was there. It's also Carter now looking for support. Huish again in there. And it's coming back. Oh, it was coming back on the Pontypool side before Bridgend hand went in there to flick it back. So a great chance then now for Mark Ring to put Pontypool back into the lead once more. Ring with 4 successful penalty shots so far in this game, looking to push his points tally for the season up towards the 200 mark. 193 points so far this season for Mark Ring. And that's a good-looking kick just inside that left-hand upright. So Pontypool then through Mark Ring, back in the lead again at 15-12. Tackled by Brown. Put the ball back on the Bridgend side, but under pressure from Steve Jones, the Pontypool hooker, and here he comes on the Pontypool side. Bishop, the flick past in there to Ring. The long pass to Orrell. Orrell trying to get Hanson away on the left wing. He's overpowered at the moment. Powell in there in support too, and the ball just in the touch. But Bridgend having to defend now then, just a few meters out from their own line. And that's it. The final whistle goes. So a delighted Pontypool team then, having avenged that defeat at Pontypool Park by Bridgend. Run out winners by 15 points to 12. 5 penalty goals kicked by Mark Ring. The one try of the game coming from Michael Budd for Bridgend.
Well, a disappointing match here at the Brewery Field this afternoon then, but no doubting the